So, in our last class, we were discussing the shloka. Let's see. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery. Means it's not like that if one will go to the upper planets, then he will get relief from all the miseries. Why? Because upper planets, higher planets are also material worlds. So misery is also there. Anything which is material, happiness can't exist there. Why? Because material means which is there for a specific period of time. It will not be with us for always. So that's why there will be no happiness. There is no scope of happiness. Something which is material, it will go away at a specific period of time. It will vanish away. So that's why even at higher planets, misery is there, where repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes place again. So you will see in higher planets, the scope of sense gratification is much. They are people, they don't have to do any job, or they have more capacity to consume more food, more lavish food. They have more capacity to live longer. So only difference is that sense gratification, the capacity of sense gratification is much there. But one should understand this thing. Anyone who is intelligent, he will understand that sense gratification is really not happiness. You don't feel any bliss when you gratify your senses. So why one will, he will try to attain higher planets? Why will he desire to go in heaven? Because that is also material world. One have to bear misery, bear suffering there also. Competitors are also there in upper planets. Insult also happens in other upper planets. You will have to leave your all the, whatever you have, whatever nice body you have, material body, or you have big palaces there in higher planets, you will have to leave all of them. And one should know this thing, that in higher planets, when someone, they will do more sense gratification, then they will not serve Lord there. Is it not? You see now here also in this means on earth, if we talk about human beings, then human beings are also so much into sense gratification. Although here sense gratification is not of that capacity, but then also people are so much illusioned, and they just think that whatever we are doing, that is best. And that's why they are not serving Lord. They are not understanding that they should do something for their self realization. Then what to say of higher planets? There people are more into, like, double times of here, double, triple, multiple times of sense gratification they do in upper planets. Then they don't serve Krishna there. They will not serve Krishna. You should know this thing, that king of heaven, he also forgets Krishna many times, and he just uh, consider Lord Krishna as his enemy. You might know about Govardhan Leela, how he was into, he wanted to take revenge with Lord Krishna. He was assuming Lord Krishna as his competitor. So see, the condition of demigods, the condition of higher planets, they also think that we don't have to do anything with Lord. They don't serve Krishna. They are just busy in more sense gratification. So this is really not a good idea to, do lots of sacrifices to attain higher planets. Why not to chant Hare Krishna and go back to Godhead? And you will go there for always. This is what Krishna telling here, that once one who attains to my abode never takes birth again. So this is real intelligence now. Bhagavad Gita 8.16. The ambition for happiness is natural and good. Yeah, this is our constitutional state, that we are Satchidanand, like Lord Krishna. So this is our natural. This is natural, that we seek for happiness. Ambition for happiness is natural for us. Nothing bad in this. If you want happiness, then nothing bad in that. But the attempt to derive it from inert matter by so called scientific arrangements is an illusory attempt doomed to frustration. Just like we took example of that bamboo stick and sugarcane one, that yeah, if person he want to experience the taste of sweetness, then nothing wrong in that. But he is choosing wrong medium for tasting that sweetness. Instead of taking sugar cane, he is choosing bamboo stick to experience the taste of sweetness. So that is wrong. So same here, ambition for happiness is not good. It is sorry, ambition for happiness is not wrong. It is natural, it is good. But the attempt to derive it from inert matter means we are searching happiness in wrong things by so called scientific arrangements. It is basically an illusory attempt doomed to frustration. We will not get happiness by this. We will end up frustrating ourselves by all these things. Those who are befooled cannot understand this. So see, this is just practical thing. Whoever is getting attracted with anything means something which is not in relation to Krishna, he is actually befooled. How befooled? Because he is understanding that by doing this particular thing, I will get satisfied, I will get happiness. But actually, he is befooling himself. He is actually playing game with himself. So he is being befooled, and that's why he's not able to understand the reality. How a person is driven by the lust for material happiness is also described in Bhagavad Gita. So now let's see what is this shloka all about. Let me just arrange it just a second. Yes. So we will try to recite the shloka. Let's see. Idamadya maya labdhamimam prapasya manarotamam idamaste idam aste damipi me bhavishyati punardhanam idamadya maya labdham imam prapasya manoratham idam aste dinam api me bhavishyati punardhanam. The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. Bhagavad Gita 16.13. So, are you getting this point? Are you able to relate with this? What Lord Krishna is trying to make us understand here, that one who is engaged for fulfilling his material desires, he already have so much. See, if I make you understand with my own example, my practical example, then there was a time when I had so many clothes in my wardrobe. There were so many outfits. There were already so many outfits, and I was thinking that I have so many outfits right now, and I will gain more of them. I will take more of them. So, are you able to see this? That I already have so many outfits. I already had so many outfits, but then also I was not satisfied with so many outfits. But now I only hardly have 6 to 7 dresses. Hardly. And that also I think that that is too much. So see, this is practical thing, that when we try to satisfy our material desires, we seek for more. We want to store more and more and more and more. We just want gain, and this actually frustrates us even more. So that time also, of course, that time I was so much into mode of ignorance, mode of passion. I was not understanding this thing, that I already have so many clothes, but then also I'm buying so many clothes. Then also I'm buying more clothes. I'm not already getting satisfied with them, and I am thinking that if I will get more clothes, then I will get satisfied. I was not able to think this that time, but now I think, oh my goodness, how foolish I was. I was not able to even observe this thing that time. So are you able to see this, the jump in consciousness? Prabhuji was giving this example once, that Ambani, you might know him, he is a rich man. He have 400 cars. 400 cars he have. So Prabhuji was telling this thing, that he have 400 cars, but he does not get satisfied with one car. That's why he have 400 cars. And even after having 400 cars, he might not be satisfied yet also. Is it not? So see, this is really amazing thing, that everything is happening around us, but then also we are not able to observe this, that whatever is happening around me, or whatever I'm doing, I'm not actually getting satisfied with it. But then also I just want to do more and more. As one follows this process of Krishna consciousness, then only he is actually blessed with the intelligence to observe all these things. You only tell this now. Are you like, do you wish to store things now? I really don't like to store things now. Even, in fact, I just want to give away things. Whatever extra thing I still have many things which I don't use. So I just want to give them away. So simple living, high thinking can only, help us to progress in our spiritual life. And simple and high thinking What is high thinking? High thinking is always there when you have high goal in your life. And what is the high goal? What is the highest goal? To do something for our self realization, to know our relationship with Supreme Personality, and to serve Personality, to get His love. This is the highest goal of everyone's life. So, this one should understand. The atheist or godless civilization. So, yes, one who is busy in fulfilling his material desires and he's not doing anything for Lord, he is the demoniac person. Because a demon only, very beautiful thing, Prabhuji was telling this in class, that you will see people who non-devotees, you will see especially, that whatever they see around themselves, they just want to use that particular thing for their own sense gratification. They don't even think that we got this thing from somewhere. There might be some Prabhu who is giving us all these things. They don't even think about this thing. Whatever they see around themselves, they just want to use it for their own sense gratification. And this is what we were also doing earlier, is it not? Even if I talk about myself, I see many nice people. They are really nice chef. They consume very nice uh, vegetarian food. They make very nice dishes. They make. So I just think in my mind that if they might have read the shloka of Bhagavad Gita 3.13, that whatever you consume, you just, if you are not offering it to me, you are simply consuming sins, even if you are consuming vegetarian food. So you see now, those chefs, vegetarian chef only, if we talk about those chef, if they read this shlok from Bhagavad Gita, they will understand this thing and they will start offering food to Krishna. So see, their creativity that they show in making very different recipes, very nice recipes, if they do it for Lord Krishna, then what to say of their fortune? I often think this, these things, that people have, so they are multi talented, actually they have so many talents, but if they turn those talents towards Krishna, then what to say of their fortunes? Is it not? But no matter how talented anyone is, if they are not doing anything to please Lord, then everything is useless actually. So I feel very bad that you see now, you can't preach everyone. You might know Nisha Madhulika. She's very nice chef, but how can I preach her? I will not be writing shloka in her YouTube comments. She might not be reading it also, or if she will read, then she might not respond. So we can't preach everyone, is it not? So I just wish that somehow Krishna make arrangements, and they give, and Krishna give them association of Vaishnavas. They will have a great fortune. You will see Nisha Madhulika. She makes food without onion garlic only, but she is not offering food to Lord. I have seen her. She, while cooking, she tastes food many times. So one should understand this thing, that how important this Gita, these scriptures are for us. Without scriptures, our life is just like those animals only who are just helpless. You will see animals are also talented. They also do many, what we, many activities they show, many different activities in circus or whatever. They are also intelligent, they may understand, they are obedient, they obey their masters, but they are helpless, they can't do anything for Lord, isn't it? So we should just meditate on these things every single day, how fortunate we are. And we should also take other people to this process. This is really nice thing if we take someone in this process of Krishna consciousness and they also follow this path of bhakti. What is as best as this? All right, moving forward. This atheistic or godless civilization is a huge affair contrived for the sense gratification of our senses. For the gratification of our senses. And now we are all mad after money in order to maintain this empty shell. You know why people are running after money? Because they see around themselves other people are also running after money. So now are you understanding this point, that how important association of devotees is for us? We see devotees around us, that wow, those devotees are very nice, they are waking up early in the morning, they are waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. People are completing their 16 rounds before morning program, and everyone, they are just chanting every single day, they are coming with no any leaves or breaks. So when we see people like this, then we also automatically we are also motivated, we also feel so much motivated, we also uh, become enthused to follow this path, to do more bhakti, is it not? You'll see on Ekadashi, all devotees, they chant more rounds on Ekadashi at least. And even you won't believe this, today Prabhuji didn't notified in the group that we will chant extra round today, but I just you know joined the meeting at 5 p.m. and I saw even Prabhuji was not there, but still there were some devotees who were still chanting. So I was just feeling so much, grateful, that how blessed I am that I got association of such beautiful devotees who are eager to serve Krishna. Even Prabhuji didn't notify that, yeah, come, we will chant more rounds. But then also, devotees were chanting extra rounds. So I was feeling so much grateful that I'm so much blessed that Krishna gave me association of such devotees who are eager to serve Krishna. So this is really amazing that whatever we see around us, we want to follow that thing only. So due to my helplessness, I'm not able to chant 16 rounds because my extra rounds. I'm not able to chant extra rounds because my schedule is so much packed already. It's very tight. But yeah, I was feeling very nice when I saw devotees were chanting. So this is natural that whatever we see around us, we will follow those things only. So people, they often see other people's, they are running after money. So that's why they are also following those people only. And devotee, when we are in association with devotees, then we see devotees, they are serving, they are just eager to serve Krishna. So we also want to do, we also want to serve Krishna. We also feel so much enthused by seeing such devotees. So this is really important point. Money is sought after by everyone because that is the medium of exchange. So one should understand this thing, that money is the medium of exchange. It's not like that someone, yes, let's just read further. Money is sought after by everyone because that is the medium of exchange for objects for sense gratification. So you only think about this. This is practical, that if they don't get sense gratification in return, if they don't get objects which gratify their senses in return, will anyone run after money? Because you will see, money alone can't satisfy anyone. Money can give us comforts, it can give us facilities, but it cannot provide us happiness. If it is so, then why at I'm not remembering that word, which we call note bandi in Hindi. So that time you will see people were throwing notes on road. Even at my home only, during Diwali ki safai, my mother found 500 rupee notes, old 500 rupee notes, but they were of no use now because we can't buy anything from those notes, from that money. So you will see people will not run after money if they will not get sense gratification in return. Obviously, the expectation of peace in such an atmosphere of gold rush pandemonium is a utopian dream. As long as there is the slightest tinge of sense gratification or desire for sense gratification, peace will remain far away. Yes, Srila Prabhupada ji tells this, that you want to become happy, you want to get happiness, but you want to get peace, but you were actually at peaceful state when you were not desiring for something, when you were not desiring for sense gratification. And this is practical. You will see, when there was no any desire in your heart, that time you were very peaceful. But the time when any desire for sense gratification comes, you automatically, that time your uh, peacefulness, it just go away. So as long as there is the slightest tinge of sense gratification, peace will remain far away. This is because by nature we are all eternal servants of the Supreme Lord, and therefore cannot enjoy anything for our personal interest. We will complete this paragraph, then we will stop our class. It is therefore necessary for us to learn how to employ our senses in the transcendental service of the Lord and to utilize everything to serve His interest. So, very simple and bottom line, instead of sense gratification, see, we can't stop sense gratification. So, better to put your senses in the service of Lord. Then sense gratification will automatically be stopped, because we can't sit still, we can't sit and we can't, we can't choose to do nothing, that we will do nothing, we will just control our senses, we will just sit and we will control our senses. It does not work like that. So instead of gratifying your senses, you just put it in service of Lord. Instead of consuming hotel wala food, you just consume nice Krishna prasadam. You make nice dishes very creatively at your home. Anything, any Bengali dishes, South Indian dishes, or whatever Gujarati dishes. There are variety of food items. So you just work on it and you just make nice prasadam and you serve it to Lord Krishna and you just consume it. Or whatever other activities you want to do, you just do it in service of Lord, and you will see Sense gratification will automatically, it is not there. There will be absence of sense gratification when you are putting your senses in service of Lord. Plus, you will realize, you will observe that by time, gradually, your senses are being controlled. You are easily able to win control over your senses. You will be observing it by time. Gradually, it happens. So, see, this is just amazing. You don't have to do any sacrifice, any hardship. Simply, you just have to turn your senses, your work towards Krishna. As simple as that. No need to quit your designation, no need to quit your grahasthashram, no need to take sannyas ashram. You just, wherever you are, you just do service of Lord. You just put your senses in service of Lord. This alone can bring about much desired peace. And you will realize this thing, that now your life is much peaceful as it was before. Literally, I was thinking about this thing yesterday only, yesterday at night, that how amazingly life is going. I never ever even imagined that one can live his life, his or her life like this also, with so much of purity. And I was just observing this thing, that how amazingly life is going in service of Lord. So peaceful. So this alone can bring about much desired peace. A part of the body cannot in itself be independently happy. It can only derive its happiness and pleasure out of serving the entire body. Now, Prabhupada ji is giving an example here. You will see, if your hand is there. So, for example, if in a plate there is rasgulla, any sweet, so it's not like if you are taking that rasgulla or whatever sweet in your hand, and you will put that rasgulla in your hand only. No. To satisfy yourself, you have to feed it in your mouth. And then only you will feel fullness after consuming food. So, our hand can only give us happiness when it is serving us, when it is helping us in feeding prasadam. So, a part of the body can not it in itself be independently. It's not like our hand will be happy in itself. It's not like if it will take rasgulla, if this hand will take rasgulla in its, if I will put rasgulla here, then my hand will be happy. No, it will not work like this. But you will see, it can only derive its happiness and pleasure out of serving the entire body. So whatever activities we do for our body, we take bath or we consume prasadam or whatever things we do, then only it will also, it can only derive its happiness and pleasure out of serving the entire body. This same way, the Supreme Lord is the whole. So Supreme Lord is the whole body. If we connect, if we link this thing with this example, and we are the parts of that body. So same way, if our body parts will serve this body, then only it will feel happiness and pleasure. It will be pleasurable. So same way, Supreme Lord is the whole and we are the parts. So if we will serve Supreme Lord, then only we will be happy. But we are all busily engaged in activities of self-interest, which we already talked about this thing, that whatever things people see around them, they just want to use it for themselves, for their self-interest, and they have nothing to do with Lord. No one is prepared to serve the Lord. This is the basic cause for our conditioning in material existence and for our resultant unhappiness. So we'll be continuing our discussion in next class if Krishna is willing. We'll stop here now. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.